Imagine a country stretched so impossibly thin, it feels like an entire continent squeezed into a narrow ribbon, offering everything from the driest desert on Earth to icy glaciers, vibrant cities, and ancient mysteries. Picture a land where you can ski in the Andes in the morning and surf the Pacific waves in the afternoon, where a local drink is named after an earthquake, and you might get lost in a building because the ground floor doesn't exist. This, my friends, is Chile, a land of spectacular contrasts and a truly unforgettable destination. Hello, intrepid explorers, and welcome back to Atlas Narrator, your passport to the world's most fascinating places. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey down the spine of South America, into the heart of Chile, a country that truly lives up to its moniker as the land of extremes. Chile's geography is nothing short of astounding. Stretching over 4,300 kilometers from north to south, that's roughly the distance from London to Central Africa, it's one of the longest and narrowest countries in the world. This unique shape means you can find an incredible diversity of landscapes within its borders. To the north, you have the Atacama Desert, the driest place on Earth, where some areas haven't seen rain in over 400 years. Yet, in a bizarre twist of nature, this parched land has occasionally burst into vibrant bloom after unexpected rainfall, creating a carpet of colorful flowers. This extreme aridity makes it an astronomer's paradise, with some of the clearest night skies you'll ever witness, literally sparkling with 1,000,000 stars. Moving south, the landscape transforms into fertile valleys, perfect for grape cultivation, leading to stunning alpine scenery with numerous snow-capped volcanoes, until you reach the breathtaking Patagonia in the far south, with its majestic fjords, ancient forests, and massive glaciers. All along its western flank, over 6,400 kilometers of coastline, the Pacific Ocean crashes against the land, making Chile a maritime nation through and through. This incredible geographical diversity has shaped Chile's history and its people. For thousands of years, long before European settlers arrived, these lands were home to indigenous peoples like the Aymara, Atacameño, and the resilient Mapuche, who inhabited areas from the north down to Patagonia. In the 15th century, the northern parts of what is now Chile even fell under the influence of the Inca Empire. The modern history of Chile began in 1541, when Spanish conquistador Pedro de Valdivia founded Santiago, which would become the nation's capital. Chile then spent centuries as part of the Spanish colonial empire. But the spirit of independence was strong in South America, and after years of struggle and revolution, Chile finally gained its independence in 1818, becoming one of the earliest independent nations in Latin America. The 19th century saw the shaping of its current borders, notably through its victory against Bolivia and Peru in the War of the Pacific, also known as the Nitrate War, from 1879 to 1884, which resulted in Chile gaining resource-rich territories and Bolivia losing its access to the sea. The 20th century, however, brought its share of political turmoil, including the 1973 coup d'etat that overthrew President Salvador Allende's government and led to the military dictatorship of Augusto Pinochet. This period, marked by brutal repression and human rights violations, eventually gave way to a return to democracy in 1990. Since then, Chile has emerged as one of Latin America's most stable and developed nations, boasting a high standard of living and a thriving economy, with copper being its main export. Now, let's talk about the people. While some might say Chileans are a bit less outwardly effusive than their Argentine or Brazilian neighbors, they are known for being authentic and steadfast in their friendships once you get to know them. They are also incredibly hospitable and curious about foreigners, often eager to share their stories and traditions. Family is a cornerstone of Chilean life, and mealtimes are not just about food. They're extended opportunities for heartfelt conversations and laughter. This warmth extends to tourists, making interactions with locals a memorable part of any trip. But beware, dear listener, because a trip to Chile comes with a few charming peculiarities. For instance, if someone offers you a terremoto, meaning earthquake, accept with caution. It's a traditional cocktail made with sweet white wine, pineapple ice cream, and a splash of Fernet or Amargo liqueur. And yes, it's known to knock you off your feet like a mini tremor. And speaking of tremors, Chile lies in an active tectonic region, meaning earthquakes are a part of life. However, don't let this deter you. Chilean architecture is designed to withstand these natural events, so much so that even the towering 300-meter-tall Gran Torre Santiago, the tallest building in Latin America, reportedly only danced slightly in the air during a powerful 8.8 magnitude quake in 2010. Another cultural quirk you might encounter, especially in Santiago, is the concept of floor numbering. In Chile, there's no ground floor or floor 0. The numbering starts directly from floor 1, so if you're told to go to the second floor for, say, toys, you might find yourself among sports equipment if you're used to a ground floor starting point. And when it comes to public transport, especially buses, you might find yourself playing a game of guess the route. Bus stops often only list the route number and end stations, with no detailed stops in between. Locals operate on memory, so don't be shy about asking for help, as Chileans are generally very willing to assist lost tourists. Even taxis have a special variant, colectivos, which only depart when they're full with passengers heading to the same neighborhood, making them cheaper but potentially slower. Now let's indulge our taste buds. Chilean cuisine, while often described as simple, is incredibly diverse, reflecting its rich geography and cultural influences from indigenous Mapuche traditions, Spanish colonizers, and European immigrants. With thousands of kilometers of coastline, it's no surprise that seafood is a true highlight. You'll find an abundance of mussels, crabs, oysters, swordfish, tuna, and hark, benefiting from the cold Humboldt Current. A must-try is ceviche, raw fish marinated in lime juice with onion, cilantro, and chili, a refreshing dish perfect for warmer days. But it's not all about fish. Meat dishes are equally popular, especially beef, and the asado, Chilean BBQ, is a national sport and a sacred ritual, celebrated on every possible occasion. A unique and hearty dish, especially from the Chiloé archipelago, is curanto, which according to archaeologists might be one of the oldest dishes in the world, prepared traditionally in a hole dug in the ground with hot stones. For something truly local, try empanadas, large pastries filled with spiced minced beef, called pino, olives, raisins, and hard-boiled egg, or with cheese or seafood. They're ubiquitous, sold everywhere from street vendors to upscale restaurants. And you absolutely cannot leave Chile without trying a completo italiano. Forget your typical hot dog. This Chilean variation is massive, loaded with avocado, chopped tomatoes, and a generous dollop of mayonnaise, earning its Italian moniker from the colors of the ingredients resembling the Italian flag. It might sound unusual, but trust me, it's a delightful, if caloric, experience. And of course, Chilean wines are world-renowned, especially those from varieties like Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Sauvignon Blanc, and Carmenère. The country also boasts its own national spirit, pisco, a type of brandy made from fermented white grapes. Be sure to try a pisco sour, a refreshing cocktail made with pisco, lime juice, and egg white. Beyond the culinary delights, Chile is a treasure trove of natural wonders and cultural landmarks. The capital, Santiago, nestled between the Andes and the Pacific, is a bustling metropolis. You can ride the Teleférico de Santiago, cable car, or funicular up San Cristobal Hill for panoramic views, visit the historical Plaza de Armas with its magnificent metropolitan cathedral, or explore the vibrant artistic district of Bella Vista, famous for its colorful murals, bohemian vibe, and lively nightlife. The city also offers profound historical insights at the Museum of Memory and Human Rights, dedicated to the victims of the Pinochet regime. Just 112 kilometers northwest of Santiago lies the vibrant port city of Valparaíso, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that clings to dozens of hills, making for a picturesque, labyrinthine landscape. Known for its colorful colonial architecture, street art, and unique funiculars, historic cable cars, Valparaíso breathes art and has attracted artists from all over the world, including the famous poet and Nobel laureate Pablo Neruda, whose house, La Sebastiana, is now a museum. While it's generally safe, like any large port city, it's wise to keep your wits about you, especially in certain hillside areas. Right next to Valparaíso is Viña del Mar, a more modern and organized city, popular for its beautiful beaches, well-maintained parks, and lively nightlife, even hosting Latin America's most important music festival. Journeying further, you'll find Easter Island, Rapa Nui, one of the most remote inhabited islands on Earth, located over 3,500 kilometers from the Chilean coast. This fascinating island is famous for its 887 mysterious stone statues, the Moai, most of which are protected by Rapa Nui National Park. Ahu Tongariki, with its 15 re-erected Moai, is particularly striking. Then there's the awe-inspiring Patagonia, home to the crown jewel of Chile's natural parks, Torres del Paine National Park. Located north of Puerto Natales, this park is a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve and offers an incredible variety of landscapes, from Patagonian steppes to subpolar forests, dominated by the spectacular Paine Massif with its 3 iconic granite peaks. It's a hiker's paradise with well-marked trails and refugios, shelters for longer treks. Further south, Punta Arenas, located on the Strait of Magellan, is a city with distinctive wooden architecture and a gateway to exploring the Strait and Magdalena Island, home to one of the largest penguin colonies in the Americas. The nearby Laguna San Rafael National Park is another UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, renowned for its massive San Rafael Glacier, offering boat trips to marvel at icebergs up to 70 meters high. Another Patagonian gem is Chiloé National Park, located on the island of the same name, famous for its colorful wooden churches, palafitos, and opportunities for marine wildlife observation, including whales, dolphins, and large penguin colonies. For those seeking adventure and stunning mountain scenery, the Los Lagos, lake region, stretching from Temuco to Puerto Montt, feels like stepping into Switzerland or Bavaria, complete with snow-capped volcanoes like Osorno and Villarrica. Pucón, a beautiful town in this region, is an adventure tourism hotspot, offering kayaking, hiking, horseback riding, and rafting, as well as relaxing hot springs and charming wooden lodges, especially appealing in winter. The city of Valdivia, founded over 500 years ago, captivates with its charming streets featuring German architecture, a legacy of European farmers who settled the area. It also boasts the Alerce Costero National Park, home to the oldest tree on our planet, over 5,000 years old. As for the best time to visit Chile, thanks to its immense length and varied climates, it's a year-round destination. While summer, December to February, is popular for exploring Patagonia and its glaciers, spring, September to November, is ideal for witnessing the desert bloom in Atacama. Winter, June to September, transforms the Andes into a skier's paradise, with resorts like Valle Nevado and Portillo welcoming enthusiasts. Each season offers a unique experience. So, whether you're drawn by the majestic Andes, the ethereal silence of the Atacama, the vibrant street art of Valparaiso, or the ancient mysteries of Easter Island, Chile promises a journey of profound discovery. It's a country that challenges perceptions, delights the senses, and leaves an indelible mark on every traveler who dares to explore its incredible diversity. That's all for today's deep dive into Chile. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Atlas Narrator for more expeditions, and leave a comment below telling us what part of Chile you'd most like to explore. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.